They review hundreds of cases every 3 months, and the decisions they make could mean you face trial or nothing at all. Good evening, everyone. I'm Rory Johnston.
And I'm Carrie Sharp. The grand jury is one of the most powerful and mysterious institutions in our country. But here in Davidson County, some worry they may have too much power. News Channel 5 investigative reporter Levi Ismail joining us. Levi, the two different grand juries that we've had this year so far have produced some pretty different results, right?
You know, the first Davidson County grand jury of the year turned down more cases for trial than we've seen in the more than 10 years. Some have called them a, quote, runaway grand jury because these are everyday people making major legal decisions. These jurors call it thinking for themselves. Much of what we know about grand juries most likely comes from what we see on TV. But in Nashville, all of this takes place in a room many of you have never seen. Say you're called for jury duty, you either end up at trial or here, where some of the most consequential decisions are made by everyday people. 12 jurors hearing case after case, 2 days a week, 3 months at a time, 4 times a year.
And we had some really lively debates.
Most of us will never serve on one of these grand juries. Meanwhile, this was Theda Murphy's second time leading as the grand jury foreperson.
And I, am happy that I was able to be placed in a position where they might have to actually listen to me.
Murphy also happens to lead Abolition Works Tennessee, a group focused on, quote, dismantling all systems based on incarceration and replacing them with institutions based on care and equity.
The people on the jury with me were excited about being able to do that.
Murphy's personal beliefs may favor rehabilitation outside of a jail cell, but every decision made by this jury still requires that they all agree. It's not about deciding if you're innocent or guilty. They either sign true bill, meaning they believe there's enough probable cause to take this case to trial, or no true bill, which means they think the opposite.
Basically, they are the trial run of the prosecution's case.
We requested data from the Davidson County courts and counted fewer than 70 no true bills since 2020. So you can imagine why eyebrows were raised when Murphy's final grand jury report had 47 no true bills in her session alone. That's the most by percentage we could find in 25 years and far more than the 7 no true bills in the grand jury right after this. They don't really need to show much other than probable cause.
Right? And that's our point.
Okay.
You don't need to show much, but for some of them, don't be complacent. Don't just assume that the grand jury is going to accept any mess that you throw together the night before.
But Murphy was blamed by some who suggested that her bias as foreperson was the driving force behind a runaway grand jury. You prefer independent
I
grand
prefer
jury?
Independent.
Okay.
And I think what we did was a reminder that the grand jury is truly independent.
They don't answer to the judge. They don't answer to the prosecutor. And it's up to them to make decisions.
Former Nashville District Attorney turned law professor Tori Johnson spent 26 years presenting cases to the grand jury.
In most instances, you could see pretty quickly why the grand jury no true billed it.
Johnson remembers only one other time when he had this many no true bills in one session.
Now, understand, if the grand jury returns a no true bill, the prosecutor then still has the ability to present it to another grand jury.
Of the 47 no true bills, 43 were resubmitted and later reversed into indictments in the following grand jury.
The idea is that it's to be impartial, but there's no question that a grand jury, often led by the foreperson, can have areas or types of crimes that they're not as interested in maybe that other grand juries would be.
The grand jury can choose to review any number of things in our criminal justice system. In this case, they chose to review a controversial 61-page whistleblower's complaint from last year detailing years of misconduct within Metro Nashville Police. Witnesses were called, both former and current officers, who all testified about sexual misconduct, systemic bias, and discrimination some said they experienced firsthand.
How can you ignore that? Consistency across decades.
The grand jury report concluded that, quote, "We feel that there is evidence of criminal and civil violations which should be investigated." The rest of the report is an extensive list of recommendations, everything from requesting a special prosecutor to inviting more witnesses who aren't always law enforcement to give their side of the story.
What we're trying to accomplish is bringing the community into the criminal justice process.
But the truth is, much of this could still remain a mystery. What you see on TV is one thing, but no one can predict what one grand jury will do over another. If uncertainty means less complacency, then Murphy says they've done their job.
It's a sleeping giant. We don't want to really wake it.
What do you mean by that?
Because of grand juries act independently and with their full power of having oversight over the entire local government, then you would see people being held accountable in ways that they're not used to and maybe don't like.
Now, we reached out to Metro Nashville Police in response to Murphy's claims that the officers who presented their cases weren't always well prepared. They pointed out that the same officer presented many of the same cases again and returned true bills. They said all other questions would have to be directed toward the DA's office and the most recent grand jury foreperson. With News Channel 5 Investigates, I'm Levi Ismail.